All right, here we go. Recording. Oh, stop. Hang on. Shush. Stop. Of course, as soon as I want to record, the kitties want to come in. Yes. So, all right, let's go ahead and start with some breath work. I read a really interesting article yesterday that was about the difference. It was about embodiment. And so what I would love is with our breath work for it to be able to be a space of coming into and being present to our bodies. So just being able to come in and being able to be present. So get yourself comfortable in whatever way that is. Let your hands come to rest, palms facing up. Do whatever fidget, whatever movements you need to in order to get really nice and comfortable. And thank you all so much for being here. So grateful. And I want you to begin to come into your breath. Long, slow, deep inhale, long, slow, deep exhale. And just begin to settle in. As you begin to find your breath, begin to find grounding coming from the sits bones at the base of the pelvis. Do a little shimmy shake through your spine. Allow your head to wobble just a little bit so that you can feel that connection coming all the way from the base of the pelvis, all the way up to the crown of the head. Just very gentle side to side movement, just beginning to wake everything up. Allow your eyes to gently close. And as you take an inhale, begin to feel the sensation of air as it comes in through your nose, down through your throat. Feeling your lungs expand front to back, side to side, and feel your belly begin to fill and expand as well. As you exhale, begin to feel the belly come back in towards the spine to help push the air up, back up through the lungs, up the throat, and then gently back and out through the nose. Again, feeling the sensation of air. Take a moment to again, as you inhale, feel the sensation of the air coming in, moving down. Feel that deep expansion front to back, side to side, as you fill the center of your body all the way down to below your belly button. And as you exhale, feel the breath leave below the belly button first, and then gently work its way up, all the way back up, and gently out through the nose. And again, feel the breath as it moves in, coming in through the nose, down through the throat, in the lungs, down below the belly button. As you exhale, feel that reverse, gently drawing up and in through the belly button and helping to push it back up and gently out. Find your rhythm to your breath. Begin to notice the movements that your body makes as you breathe. Slow, full, gentle breath. As we're breathing, if you find that you have a color that pops into your head, play with that idea. Play with that color. How does it feel to breathe that color gently into your body, feeling it heal and circulate And as you exhale, gently feel your body release whatever it no longer needs or serves. Play with this idea of ebb and flow, of rhythm, of safety within change. And as you breathe, begin to feel your mind slow down, become quiet, and feel your breath as it helps you come back into your body or embody yourself. From this place, bring your hands up over your heart. We're going to go ahead and sing 3 sounds today. We'll start by singing the sound of ah. I want you to feel that vibration as you make sound, feeling it reverberate within your body. Then we'll make the sound of oh. Then we'll make the sound of 3 different types of vibrations to help connect inside to outside. Connect the heart to the rest of your body. On your 4th silent breath, please set your intent for your practice today, something that you most need, something that you most desire, making it an I am statement. When you're ready, I want you to take a deep, full inhale. When you're ready, gently release your hands from your heart. Let them come back down to rest, palms facing up. Gently turn the corners of your mouth upward in a smile, and let your eyes gently open. Thank you, you guys. Okay, so from here, we're going to start just with some very gentle movements to wake everything up. Making sure that you are still comfortable wherever you are. We're going to start with a very gentle seated twist. If it's difficult for you to sit, please make sure that you place a blanket or a bolster or like a little zafu underneath so that your hips are higher than your knees. Making sure that at all times, everything that we do, it feels comfortable, it feels good. So the first thing I'd like you to do is you're going to take your, I promised my mom that I would I would make my movements the way that her yoga teacher in Phoenix makes hers. So I'm going to say your right hand. So please use the hand that I say. Does that make sense? So this way we'll be the mirror image of each other. So what I want you to do is I'd like you to take your right hand and I want you to take a look at where your right knee and right hip are. You're going to place your hand out so that you make kind of a triangle with it, okay? Then what I want you to do is you're going to take a deep inhale. I want you to come from your sits bones. Take a deep inhale, and I want you to lengthen that left arm up. I want you to reach upward through the fingertips. Let the shoulder come up. Feel that really deep, yummy length. And then I want you to find the bottom edge of your shoulder blade and gently begin to draw it down. So you're still lengthening through the fingertips, but the shoulder blade is coming back in and you're seating your arm to your shoulder blade. Take a deep inhale right here. Let it come from the sits bones all the way up. And then as you exhale, I want you to very gently begin to turn to the right and allow this left hand to come to rest on top of the right thigh. If that's too much, you can take it at the shin bone. So please do whatever feels best. I want you to ground through the sits bones, find the length in the neck, and that same kind of sideways wiggle we did when we first started. Before you go any deeper into your twist, I want you to just kind of sway a little bit from side to side. And I want you to just come into your twist this way. So having that little bit of fidget. When you're ready, I want you to take another deep inhale, ground deeply so you're gently pressing down from the hips down into the ground. Find the length, feel the shoulder blades relax. Notice that you're creating space for your head and your neck. And if and only if your body says yes, as you exhale, you can gently deepen the twist just a little bit more to the right. And breathe. And again, now that you're here, if your body wants to do that little sideways sway, just to find where you are within space. You guys, all of these small movements, if we give ourselves permission to do them, they help our body discover where it is within space. It's a form, it's our one of the ways that our body works with its proprioception. Where am I within space? So allow your body to fidget and have that movement. It's trying to figure out and help you where you are. And yes, I know I'm talking a while here, but that's because it usually takes 30 seconds to a minute before your body really connects into what it is that you're asking it to do. Gently begin to come out. So you'll come out a little bit. Then I want you to take a deep inhale. I want you to lengthen back into that left arm. And as you exhale, gently bring yourself so that you're now facing the front once again. It's so good to see everybody, you guys. I can't even begin to tell you how grateful I am that I get to be with you all today. So thank you. Now we're going to take the left hand. And again, you're going to make your little triangle. If it's too much for you to plant through the palm, you can come up onto fingertips, or you can take a block and you can place your hand on the block, okay? Please do what feels best. And if you have toilet paper as your blocks, please use your toilet paper. So whatever you've got handy, okay? From here, facing front, I want you to now take a deep inhale and lengthen into this right arm. And I want you to feel that right shoulder come all the way up, lengthening all the way through the very tips of the fingers. And then as you exhale, I want you to feel the bottom edge of that shoulder blade gently draw down. Still lengthening through the fingertips, you're creating a really beautiful space of length. Deep inhale again, gently pressing hips down into the floor. And then as you exhale, gently twisting over just a little bit to the left and allowing this right hand to come to rest on top of that left thigh. And again on this side, because our two sides are different, I want you to do just a very gentle side to side movement. And I want you to feel that movement coming from the lumbar spine at the base, and then feel it go all the way up to the cervical spine. When you feel grounded and centered, then I want you to take another deep inhale, gently press hips down into the floor. Find that nice length coming all the way through to the crown of the head. And as you exhale, if your body says yes, gently take your twist a little bit deeper. And breathe. And again, if your body wants to do a little bit of side to side movement, breathe and soften. Deep breath. And then very gently, at the bottom of the exhale, next exhale, come out part way. Take a deep inhale, bring that right arm up, and as you breathe, come back to center. Beautiful, you guys, awesome. Nicely done. And as long as it feels good, I want you to roll back into a little baby cat. And then as you inhale, gently arching your back, opening up, dropping through the shoulders, a little baby cow. So I guess we could call this kitten as you roll back, and calf as you roll forward, because they're the little babies. All right, you guys, from here, what we're going to do is just a very gentle seated twist. Oh, we just did the seated twist. So sorry. All right, so from here, crisscross like this. What I want you to do is you're going to take this left leg first. So your right leg is going to stay exactly where it is. I hope everybody can see this. I think I'm far enough back. There we go. Your left leg, as long as your knee says, yes, it can do this. If this is too much, I want you to leave the leg straight. Does that make sense? As long as your knee says that it can do this, you're going to bend and you're going to bring it back. So you've got a little bit of a diagonal going on through your legs, okay? So your left leg is back, and then your right leg is a little bit forward, okay? All right? From here, okay, just like we did before, you're going to take this right hand, and again, you're going to make a little bit of a triangle. This time you're going to go a little bit sideways. So again, if this is too much, I want you to keep the leg out. You're going to take a deep inhale, and you're going to swing this left arm, and you're going to inhale, and you're going to bring it all the way through. You're going to come up onto the knees, and you're going to open into that left side body. And then as you exhale, you're going to gently come back down. Now, if your leg is straight, it's going to be a simpler movement. You're going to lead with that left hand coming across, and it'll be up and over. So your body will stay seated, okay? So making sure that you guys are doing what feels best for you. So we're going to do this twice more. Lengthening through those left fingertips, take a deep inhale, sweep up and over, lengthening into the left side of the body. Breathe deeply here, and then exhale, gently come down. Pause. Beautiful, you guys. One more time. Take a deep inhale, come across, and breathe. And exhale, gently sweep it down. Beautiful, you guys. Okay, now we're going to do the other side. So again, if you need to, you're going to leave this left leg long. Then gently moving into it, you may leave the right leg long, or you're going to bend back through the right leg. So please pay attention to what your body's telling you. Now the left leg simply comes in front, okay? And pay attention. It might be that on one side this feels really good and on the other side it feels like it's too much. So be careful with your bodies. Left hand now comes to make the top of the triangle. Lengthen out through those right fingertips. Take a deep inhale, sweep up, lift through the hips. Big movement. Oh. And get that entire right side of the body. Exhale. Gently, slowly lower yourself down. Again, making sure that if you need to, this right leg, the entire leg is out. Again, deep inhale, sweeping through with that right arm, pushing forward through the hips. Big deep breath. Beautiful, you guys. Exhale, sweep it down. Pause. And then one more time, deep inhale, come up. And exhale, gently bring it down. Beautiful. Okay, from here, we're going to come back into a comfortable seated posture. So again, now we're going to do a little bit of strap work if you have a strap. I'm going to demonstrate first what to do if you do not have a strap, okay? If you don't have a strap, what's going to happen is that it's going to be an inhale. You're going to bring your arms up wider than shoulder width. And as you exhale, you're gently going to bend through the elbows, drawing your elbows down by your sides. So fingertips are still working to come up, but elbows are coming down. And you're going to breathe here, okay? If you have a strap, you're going to place the strap so that it's over the thumbs. Fingers are going to come over the top of the strap. Then you're going to move those fingers underneath and wrap, okay? So wherever you are. So deep inhale, bring the arms up, wider than shoulder width. Good. Exhale, bend into the elbows and slowly bring them down. Keep working the elbows down as you keep lengthening through the fingertips. Inhale, bring it up. So arms come back up. Exhale, bring the arms down forward. How'd that feel, you guys? We're going to do that twice more. So when you're ready, deep inhale, arms come up. Exhale, bend into the elbows. And come down. Breathe. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, bring it down forward. Let the shoulders roll. We've got one more. And if your head and neck need to move from side to side, allow that too. There you go, beautiful. Deep inhale, come up. Exhale, bring the elbows down. Breathe here. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, bring it down. Oh, okay. And let's do, as you exhale, a little bit of left ear or right ear towards right shoulder. Breathe. Deep inhale, bring yourself back to center. And then left ear to left shoulder. And breathe. And inhale, gently come back up. Jan, if Phil decides that he wants to try this, just have him bring his arms up this high. Don't have him try to go up over his head. Okay, from here, we're gonna do some eagle movements. So eagle arms, right? Yay, go team. So the first thing I want you to find that left hand and wave at me. Hi. Okay. You're going to bring your arms up and making sure that you still have your left hand. Left arm, as you exhale, is going to sweep underneath your right. So the first variation of this is to give yourself a bear hug. If your body says that it can do more, Then what you're going to do is you're going to take this left hand, hold it upright, and let the right hand come round to hold on. Okay? That's if your body says yes. If that's too much, I want you to give yourself a bear hug, because you can do everything that we're going to do from bear hug position. Okay, from here, I'm a little bit over to the side so that you can see my face. As you exhale, I love everybody playing peekaboo with their hands, you guys. This is very sweet. You're all you're partially visible behind your hands, and it's beautiful. As you exhale, I very gently, ever so gently, want you to lead with the elbows and gently bring the arms. Lead them down just a little bit. Pay close attention to what your shoulders are telling you. This should be a place of comfortable discomfort. If it's anything more than that, if it is any kind of sharp shooting, if you are having any kind of trouble, if you notice that you're starting to hold your breath, you're in way too far. You should be able to breathe and be very comfortable doing it. From here, with your next inhale, I want you to very gently begin to draw your elbows up and breathe. And I'm going to come this way, so this way it's a little bit easier for you to see me. There we go, good. And breathe again. Really focus on the breath. Take one more full cycle of breath. And then I want you to very gently unwind and let the shoulders come to a place of relax. And then just roll them out. Okay. All right. Next piece. Want you to find your right hand and wave at me with your right hand. Good. Thank you. Hi, guys. All right. Arms come up. Exhale. You're going to sweep that right hand underneath. First variation. You're going to give yourself a bear hug and just love on yourself. If your body says yes, you're going to take this right hand so that the palm is facing away, so over to the side, over to the left side, and then you're going to bring that left hand back and around, okay? I'm going to just adjust myself over here so this way everybody can see and I'm not playing peekaboo through my hands. So whether you're giving yourself a giant bear hug or whether you have your hands in eagle pose, as you exhale, I want you to very gently begin to draw the elbows down. And you're going to stop when you find that place of comfortable discomfort. And just breathe and soften. If you need to close your eyes, please close your eyes. Focus on embodying this pose. So focus on being present in your body and the sensations that your body is giving you as you are in this pose. One more cycle of breath. And with your next inhale, you're very gently going to lift through the elbows and gently begin to bring the shoulders up. And again, you're stopping where it is just very comfortably uncomfortable, and breathe. Deep, full breath. And then when you're ready, I want you to very gently, slowly unwind the arms. Let the shoulders move. Breathe. And one more time, allow that right ear to roll towards that right shoulder. See if you observe a difference. When you're ready, gently inhale, bring your head up. Exhale, roll that left ear to the left shoulder. And breathe. Okay, you guys. And gently release. We're going to do one more as we transition. And we're going to do two more, but This next one is again going to be lateral. We're going to move ourselves into gate. So we're going to begin by coming up onto our knees. Now, if that is tough for you, please, please, please put an extra blanket. Oops, hang on. This is going to be fun. Put an extra blanket underneath your knees so that you can be taking care of yourself. Okay, here we go. Are we good? So we're going to do a posture that's known as gate pose, Parigasana. Okay, we're going to start with our right leg. So what you're going to do from this kneeling position is that you are going to lengthen this right leg out. So the toes are pointing on the right side to the short end of the mat. Okay, and this is a little bit of a balancing posture. Okay, so it might be that this is the entire posture for you. If your body says yes, you're going to take this right hand and you're going to place it on top of the right thigh. Inhale, lengthen into the left arm. And just like a gate begins to swing open, you're going to, on the exhale, gently roll yourself a little bit over to the right. Oh, and breathe. This does not have to be big, you guys. This is much more about finding the space through the left side body. So this whole area in here. And breathe. Deep, full breath. And then when you're ready, inhale, and I want you to sweep that left arm up. Bring it all the way down. Right hand can come back on top. Bring that right leg in, and now we're going to change sides. So come over so that the left leg now comes out, and the left leg, toes are now pointing towards the short side of the mat. Okay? Left palm now comes up. You're going to take a deep inhale, lengthen into that right arm. Deep inhale, and as you exhale, gently roll yourself over towards the left. Breathe. Breathing into that right side body now. Deep, full breath. Slow and steady. Taking care of yourself. Breathe. Feel your body soften. Good. Beautiful, you guys. Deep inhale. Sweep that right arm up and down. Gently bring in that left leg. And now we're going to come into tabletop posture. And we're going to do just a couple rounds, okay, of cat and cow. So as we move into cow, remember, if this is too much for your wrists, you can always fold your mat back and place the back part of your wrist, back part of your palm on the mat, and let your fingertips dally forward, okay? This takes a lot of the pressure off of your wrist, so please do what's best for you. So spread your fingers wide like starfish. Take in and make sure for a moment that your hips and knees are in approximately a vertical line, as are the shoulders and the wrists, whether you've got the wrist elevated or flat, whatever's best. As you inhale, you're going to tip the pelvis up towards the ceiling. Allow the belly to sink, and I want you to find that stretch all the way through that front abdominal section. Breathe here, a couple cycles of breath. So this isn't so much about focusing on the compression through the lower lumbar spine as it is about finding that length and that opening through the belly. Beautiful, you guys. Now as you exhale, you're going to begin to drop those hips. Let the curl of the spine begin down at the base, and then gently work it in between the shoulder blades. Chin is going to tuck up high into the chest, pressing down through the palms even as you're feeling Those inner edges of your shoulder blades separate. You've got nice strength coming through your arms. You're taking a moment to just really feel this, and then inhale, shift back into cow. So again, pelvis is coming up towards the ceiling. You're feeling that opening through the front side of the body. Gaze is about 2 to 3 feet in front of you. Breathe. Exhale. Shift first through the hips, beginning to round into the spine. Pressing down strongly through the fingers. Feeling that space in between the shoulder blades. Chin is checked high up and into the chest. And then release. This one I want you to do with your own cycle of breath. I'm just going to stay quiet. We'll breathe and move through. And when you're ready, let's meet back in neutral. And then I want you very carefully to step up and come to standing. And we're going to adjust this one more time. There we go. Okay. Yes. How's everybody? Good, you guys. I'm going to come forward real quick and just cycle through. Hello. Oh, it doesn't. Okay, good. I love it. I love everybody's got a different perspective. It's very fun. All right, you guys. So from here, we are going to move into a little bit of wake up for the thighs. We're going to do a little bit of Utkatasana Thunderbolt. Okay. So please make sure that you're paying attention to what your body is saying. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to start in mountain pose. So I want you to find hip distance approximately with your feet. And I want you to play here for a moment, adjusting your feet so that you feel equal weight between the big toe and the pinky toe. And I want you to feel equal weight between the inside of the heel and the outside of the heel, okay? And just find that. Now, while you're here, before we do anything, what I want you to do is I want you to gently squeeze your glutes together, just to kind of wake them up, let it relax. And I want you to squeeze your right glute without your left, squeeze your left glute without your right. We're going to just kind of wake things up, kind of playing back and forth a little bit, right? Okay. All right. So from here, we're going to begin by moving into Urdhva Hastasana, okay? Raised arm pose. So you're going to start by bringing your arms down by your side. Take a deep inhale. Bring your arms all the way up. Let them remain wider than shoulder width. Breathe. And as you're here, I invite you to shift your gaze up to the ceiling. This automatically makes it a balancing pose because you're not looking at your feet. I want you to feel, again, the weight into the bottoms of the feet. And then I want you to just gently squeeze into the glutes and notice if that shifts the posture for you. If that makes it feel more stable and more secure, do it. If it doesn't, don't. And then next, top of the inhale, I want you to draw palms together. Exhale. Bring your hands down to your heart. There you go. Beautiful, you guys. Okay, so again, deep inhale, swoop the arms out, wider than shoulder width. Now, moving into Thunderbolt, what you're going to do is you're going to squeeze through your glutes equally, both sides, and then very gently, slowly, begin to bend into the knees. This does not need to be big, you guys. If you look, it's like I have a very little bend in my knees, and that's fine. Just breathe. I'm actually asking you guys to do quite a bit. You might notice that as you're breathing, your body is starting to heat up. That's because you've got your arms up over your head, you're squeezing through your glutes, and you're grounding into the floor. So I'm asking you to move in two directions at once. Next inhale, straighten into the legs. Let the palms touch. Exhale, bring it down to the heart. Woo! How are we doing, everybody? Good. Let's do it one more time. Let the hands start down by the side. Deep inhale, sweep the arms up, wider than shoulder width. If you choose, gaze can be to the ceiling. Next piece, squeeze into the glutes. You're not gripping, you're not clenching, you're squeezing. There's a big difference. As you exhale, gently bend into the knees. Breathe. Beautiful, you guys. That looks awesome. Keep breathing. Keep loving your body. Keep working to embody the posture as you breathe. So be present to your body. And then inhale, straighten the legs. Let the palms touch. Exhale, whoosh. Bring it down to the heart. Good. So from here, now that we've warmed up a little bit, we're going to move ourselves into Warrior One. I'm going to turn myself to the side so it's a little bit easier for you to see what I'm asking. But we're going to talk hips here for a second. With Warrior One, I don't care where your feet are in terms of, so in traditional yoga, they want your heel that's forward to be in line with the heel that's back, okay? That might work great if you're a guy, so bob. If it feels good, go for it. But as women, we have much wider pelvises, so it doesn't feel so hot. So I want you to take a step that feels comfortable so that your pelvis can remain square, just like this. You've got two little headlights, right, on the fronts of your pelvis. Those need to remain steady, not like this, not one forward, one back. They need to remain both in the same line. Am I making sense? Okay, so here we go. So what you're going to do is you're going to come towards whatever you've deemed the front of your mat. You're going to keep that right foot forward, and then I want you to step that left foot back about 2 to 3 feet. And notice that my hips are still facing both forward, nothing's moved. Okay? Once you feel comfortable there, then you can bring your hands to your hips. Okay? When you're ready, as you exhale, you're going to put a gentle bend into that right knee, making sure that the knee and ankle are in line. I don't want to see this where you're way past your ankle. That puts a lot of stress on that lower leg. So if it feels like you can open, then you can, it's like a creepy crawl, like an inchworm. You're going to creepy crawl your toes forward, okay? From here, I want you to squeeze into your glutes. And I want you to notice that as you squeeze into the glutes, you suddenly provide stability for your legs. When you're ready, you're going to take a deep inhale, and again, bring your arms out wider than your shoulders and shift your gaze up towards the ceiling. Breathe. Deep, full breath. Okay. On the next exhale, I want you to sweep the hands down. Okay. Now this next part has a lot of possibilities, and let your glutes relax here for a moment. Next part is called Humble Warrior. The full expression for the hands is to clasp the fingers behind. If that's too much for your shoulders, I want you to keep your hands to your hips, okay? So please do what feels best. You can also do it this way. You can also take your hands to your elbows. So please do what feels right for you. As you do this, if you have your hands clasped, I want you to feel the knuckles draw down towards the floor. You are going to put a bend back in that right knee if you haven't got it already. I want you to squeeze again through your glutes so that you create stability for your legs and your feet. Deep inhale, feel your heart. And as you exhale with the knee bent, you're going to gently, slowly hinge forward at the hips and breathe. And then if it feels comfortable and you've interlaced your fingers, you can bring your arms up. If that's too much, you're going to keep your hands to your hips or hands to the elbows, okay? So please take what feels best. And I want you to breathe right here. And then gently, slowly, squeeze through those glutes. Bring yourself up, okay? Last part is intense side angle. So again, hands can come to the hips. This time what I want you to do is straighten that right leg. Okay, everybody got that? Right leg is now straight. So this might be a very small movement for you. I want you to make sure that when you feel the stretch, you feel it through the middle of the muscle. I do not want you to feel it at the attachment at the sits bone, nor do I want you to feel it behind the knee. If you feel it in either of the two places, you're doing too much. So this one is a deep inhale. Exhale, hinge again. Working on keeping your hips square. And you're only going to go as far as feels comfortable. As soon as you start feeling the stretch through the middle of the hamstring, breathe. Try squeezing through the glutes here. You might find that shifts where you are finding the stretch or the opening. Deep, full breath. One more cycle of breath right here. And then I want you to gently, slowly squeezing through the glutes, bring yourself up. Find your balance and then lightly step that left leg up by your right. Okay? How are we doing, you guys? Do a little shimmy shake, shake it out. Let it go, shake it out. Okay. You guys can stay where you are. I'm going to turn myself the other way just so that the leg that's in front you can see. Coming from the front of your mat, this time you are going to leave the left leg forward and you're going to step the right foot back. Again, you're paying attention to your hips as if they're headlights. So, headlights are square. They're not positioned like this, and they're not positioned like that, okay? They're square. When you're ready, let your hands come to your hips. Gently, as you exhale, bend into that left knee. Again, making sure that the knee and ankle are stacked. Deep, full breath. Take a moment here to squeeze through the glutes so that you can find the energy and the strength coming from your hips down to your feet. Deep inhale, sweep the arms out and up, wider than shoulder width. Deep, full breath. We're going to do 2 more cycles of breath right here. One more. End of the exhale, gently sweep the arms down. Still keeping a gentle bend into that left knee. You're either going to interlace your fingers behind, let your hands come towards your elbows, or keep your hands at your hips. Do what feels best for you. If you have fingers interlaced, you're going to gently draw those knuckles down. Feel the shoulder blades, inner edges of the shoulder blades squeeze together. Deep inhale, squeeze through those glutes. Exhale, begin to hinge through the hips and gently begin to fold. And again, you're only going as far as is comfortable. And breathe. And we'll do 2 more cycles of breath right here. When you get done with your second cycle of breath, squeezing through the glutes, you're going to very gently, very slowly begin to draw yourself up. Release your hands. Let the shoulders roll. Again, hands can come to the hips. Gently straighten into that left leg now. Again, I want you to make sure that you are feeling this stretch for intense side angle in the middle of the hamstring. Please not behind the knee, not up into the sits bone. Keeping that left leg straight, squeeze through the glutes. Deep inhale, big breath, exhale. Gently begin to fold forward. Again, you are paying very close attention to your body. As soon as you feel it through the hamstring, that's where you are. I don't care how big or how small the movement is. Breathe. Deep, full breath. One more cycle of breath. Squeezing through the glutes, deep inhale, bring it back up. When you're ready, gently step that right leg up. And again, shake it out, let everything go. Beautiful, you guys. Okay, checking in on time. Wow, we're there already? Okay, so guess what? We get to come down onto the mat. Woohoo! Go team. Are we good? Okay. I'm going to adjust again. There we go, so that y'all can see. There we go. Oh, nope, I chopped my head off. Rainy, you're looking very serious. Okay, you guys. So from here. Oh, we're
That's a quick question.
Yes, please.
Sorry, I couldn't figure out how to unmute myself. I finally figured it out.
Okay.
On the last posture we were doing, is the foot in the back supposed to be flat on the ground?
Yes, if possible. Does that make sense? It's like it all.
I couldn't see.
It all depends on how tight everything is. So I'm going to cut my head off, but I'll show you. Okay.
Okay.
So when you're stepping, like for me, my hips, the attachments through my pelvis are very tight. So if I try to keep my heels in line, there's no way that I can get my hips square. I mean, I can do this all day long. It will never happen. Okay. So I have to take a big step out. Right. Now, if I do that, then I've got my headlights are square. Does that make sense? But for some people, this length back here, right, through their calf, it gets very tight. So it might be that it's like you have to lift your ankle just a little bit, okay? So it's just something that you work on. Does that help, Jan? That's a really good question.
Yeah, I just couldn't see the position of your back leg or foot, and I wasn't sure if it was sideways, forward, flat.
Okay, so yeah, so here's what, so no, it's a really, thank you. And I guess I need to figure out how to put myself in portrait mode. So that'll be something to work on. Go team, yay! All right, anybody else have any questions? Because this is a good time, you guys. No, we good? Okay, thank you, Jan. All right, here we go. We're gonna move into staff or Dandasana. And this is a nice prep for both because we're gonna do a little bit of core work, okay? So Dandasana is really simple. And again, if this is difficult for you, if it is difficult to find comfort, flat on the mat with the hips, the knees, and the ankles, which for a lot of us it is, I want you to take some kind of blanket, bolster. You can also take, like this is a wrapped up towel, and just place your hips just a little bit higher. It takes all the pressure off of the low back, and we want pressure off of the low back, okay? So staff is one of my favorite postures because it's so deceptively simple, and yet you're working. So what you're going to do is making sure that you can feel your sits bones. You're going to bring your legs straight out in front of you, and you're going to engage your legs. And you're going to engage through your glutes. So again, you're not clenching your glutes, you're squeezing your glutes, you guys. There's a big difference. And then from there, as you're squeezing all of that, I want you to press down through the sits bones, find length in through the spine, and place your hands right by your hips. Now, I can tell you if you have tight shoulders, your palms aren't going to quite reach. So feel free to do fists. Just make sure that you're not doing this up at the top, okay? So no shoulders to ears up at the top. So find a place. So you're going to just breathe and hold this very still active position for 3 cycles of breath. So you're squeezing through your glutes, you're flexing through your feet, you're activating through your entire leg, you're pressing down through your sits bones so that you can lengthen all the way up the spine. Feel the shoulders relax. Your chin should be parallel to the floor. And I want you to do 3 cycles of breath. Deep inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. One more. And then gently release, let it relax, and wiggle wobble. Gently side to side, okay? All right, from here, we're gonna move into baby boat, okay? So this would be, I guess, Balasana Navasana, right? Baby boat. So Balasana is baby in Sanskrit, Navasana is boat. So I want you to start simply by bending into your knees. Your knees are about hip width apart, okay? I want you to press down through the sits bones so that your spine is nice and long, and just simply bring your arms out in front of you so that they're approximately parallel. You're not shoving your arms forward and rounding your back. Your spine is long. You've got energy coming out the tips of your fingers. Again, chin should be approximately parallel to the floor. And you're going to breathe. And you might find that it's like, holy crow, this is very difficult just doing this. So you're going to take 2 more cycles of breath right here. And then you're going to let it relax. And I want you just to let the legs stretch. I want you to just bounce the legs. Let everything relax. Okay? Now, if that felt like that was completely taking you to your edge, you're going to do another set of baby boat. If you feel like you could do a little bit more and your core feels like it can do a little bit more, you'll start with your legs in baby boat, and then you're going to bend through the knees, and you're going to place your hands right here lightly behind the knees. Keep the spine long and breathe. If you can bring your arms up by your side, that's great. And you're going to do 3 cycles of breath right here. So just breathe in, exhale. See if you can embody this pose rather than going, oh my God, are we still doing this? Are we done yet? Please don't clench through your jaw. Please don't push your chin forward. Keep it all soft, and then let it relax. And I want you to very gently, you're going to crisscross your legs, and then just do a very gentle forward fold. Just let everything release. Everything that you were just activating, we're just going to let it go. Do a little head and neck movement. Feel everything release. Feel good. And then gently let it relax. And come back up. How are we doing? All right. Do we want to do I even dare ask, do we want to do another set? Okay, all right. So one more time, your choice. You can either do baby boat, or if you feel like you can do the next step into boat, you're going to go ahead, find length coming from the sits bones through the spine. Shoulders are relaxed. Lift up If it feels possible, bring your arms out and 3 cycles of breath. Breathe. Pretend like you're having a really good time, that you love it. Try turning the corners of your mouth up into a smile. We could practice our laughing yoga. Ha 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 ha. We're having fun. And then gently, slowly release. Fold the legs and hinge forward. Enjoying the release. Enjoying the softness. Long, slow, deep breath. Okay. All right, you guys. From here, what we're going to do is we're going to do Paschimottanasana. It's a seated forward fold. It's also known as west facing bend. So in traditional yoga, they considered the east side your front side. They considered the west side your back. So again, because the legs are going to be out in front of us, I want you to make this as comfortable as possible. You can do this in a chair as well. So it's one of those things where it's like if your hamstrings and your back are like, there's no way, jump in the chair. So if you need to, get your hips higher than your knees, because that will make this much easier, okay? Traditionally, you want to keep your legs next to each other. My philosophy is everybody's body is built a little bit differently, so find a place where that's comfortable. So it might be, like for me, my legs actually like it if they're just a little bit wider, okay? So what you're going to do is I want you to find those sits bones. So again, we're going to play with feeling the sits bones come behind us, okay? So it feels like as if you're going into cow pose. So what you're going to do is you're going to shift your hips and your glutes to the back, okay? Sorry, I'm just thinking of a birthday card that a friend gave me, which was, I didn't know what to do with my butt today, so I just stuffed it into a ponytail. Sorry, that's bad, but I thought it was really cute. Okay, I thought it was a cute card. So from here, I want you to take a deep inhale, fill through the spine, find that length. Now, you're going to hinge through the hips and you're going to actually lead with your belly. Hands are going to come to rest on top of your knees or your thighs, and you're just going to very gently, slowly hinge. So there's no rounding of the back, and it might be that this is your entire posture right here. So again, notice that we're in a Dandasana variation. So our legs are active just as they were in Dandasana. If you want to play with this right here, I invite you to squeeze through your glutes a little bit. Oh, and just as you squeeze, notice if that gives you just a little bit more space through the low spine. So again, you're not leading with your chin, you're not rounding your shoulders. Everything is relaxed. It's in one nice long line. You're having a good time. And you're just kind of very gently hinging through the hips and finding space. This may not be a very big posture. I've got people that love this posture and they move into it about, a centimeter, and that's great. One more cycle of breath, and then gently, slowly release. Let it relax. From here, we're going to get to come onto our backs. Go team. Guess what, you guys? We are approaching our favorite time. So come all the way down onto your mat. Very gently bring yourself down. Take a moment here and just enjoy being on your back. You've earned it. This has been a very active class. As long as this feels good for your body, you are going to bring your knees approximately hip distance apart. Let your arms come out into T formation. Palms are either face up or face down. And when I say T formation, it's about shoulder height. Sometimes it's a little lower. It just depends on what your shoulders say yes to. When you're ready, as you exhale, you're going to very gently let both legs fall over towards the left. And that right hip is just going to come up just a little bit. So what you're doing is you have your knees bent, your feet are grounded on the mat, and all you're doing is you're shifting your knees over towards the left and letting that right hip gently come up. And just breathe here. It's not necessarily a big movement, but we're just working in a little bit more into the hip flexor and into the top of the right quadricep. And then when you're ready, gently, slowly inhale up. Oh, and breathe. See if you notice a difference through that lower lumbar spine. And then again, when you're ready, as you exhale, gently roll the knees over to the left, or excuse me, over to the right, and allow that left hip to come up. And again, does not need to be a big movement. Breathe. This is just a very gentle twist. Again, we're working into this area on the left side. That's the lower abdominal area and then leads into that left hip flexor and top of the left quadricep. Gently release. Coming back to center, rearrange your lower lumbar spine, this pelvic area right here if you need to, and then gently draw your knees high up and into your chest. Wrap your arms round, energy freeing pose, Apanasana. Breathe. As long as your body says yes from energy freeing pose, what you're going to do is you're going to release that left leg and you're going to begin to let it slide down. And if that's too much, you may keep a bend in the knee as long as the feet are on the floor. If you can extend that leg fully, let it go. I want you to interlace your fingers just below that right knee. If that's too much pressure on the knee, I invite you to lift the lower part of the leg, clasp the hands behind the back of the right thigh, and then bend over to make a little sandwich. So it all depends on what pressure feels best for your body. Breathe, allowing this right leg to gently come out to the side of the body. Check in and make sure that the shoulders are both grounded. Tops of the shoulders are rolling down. Moving into Bhavana Mukhatasana, wind removing pose. So on this side with the right leg forward, we're gently massaging the ascending colon. Gently release. You can bend into that right leg so that the foot is grounded on the mat, and then bend into the left knee. Interlace your fingers. As long as your body says yes, you can begin to slide that right leg down. Finding length. Allow this left side to come up and around a little bit so that you're on the outer side. Breathe. Long, slow inhale, long, slow exhale. This time we're working on this left side, the descending colon. Checking to make sure that the backs of both shoulder blades are grounded. That you're breathing slowly, fully. You're enjoying the embodiment of yourself in the posture. And then gently bring that right knee up once again, one more time, energy freeing pose. Breathe. Deep full breath. This time we're working the transverse colon as we bring it up and over. And we're going to go ahead and finish with reclining spinal twist. So gently allow the arms to come out into T formation. Knees are still together. I want you to draw them a little bit closer to your face. And we're going to gently roll over to the left first. So very gently, very slowly allow the legs to just find space as they move over to the left side. You're going to breathe deeply into that right lung. If you want to actually feel your breath, you can take this left hand and wrap it over that right lung and then gently breathe into it. And feel the expansion in your body, front to back and side to side. Exhale, let it release. Deep inhale. And just really follow your breath. Really feel your body begin to soften, begin to relax. Deep inhale, deep exhale. Take a moment to notice the state of your mind compared to when you first sat down. Breathe into that space. When you're ready, gently release that left hand from the right side of the right rib cage. I want you to draw your legs up towards your face even a little bit more, and then take that deep inhale. Gently draw those legs back up. If you need to squeeze through your glutes to help protect your back as you do that, please do. Deep inhale, and then when you're ready, gently roll yourself over towards the right. Ever so gently. Moving into that left side of the body. Finding that space. And if your body says yes, and you want to feel your breath, you can take that right hand and wrap it over that left rib cage. Gently breathing in. Feeling your body expand front to back, side to side. And then letting it relax. Gentle movement. Feel your body beginning to slow down. Feeling your body begin to relax. Feeling your body. And then when you're ready, gently, slowly release that right hand from the left rib cage. If you choose, draw the knees in, up a little bit more, squeeze through the glutes to help bring the legs back up. And then when you're ready, gently lengthen into each leg. Coming into your final Savasana, allow your arms to come down by your side. Take a moment. Ha sound out through the mouth. Another deep inhale through the nose. Ha sound out through the mouth. And then one last time, deep inhale. Exhale. Taking a moment here to sink into the mat. Taking a moment to feel what you've worked for the last 75 minutes. Deep inhale, deep exhale. Very gently, very slowly, begin to find your way back. Start with fingers and toes, hands and feet. Allow them to move up through the legs into the arms. And then when you're ready, back into your breath. Take a full deep inhale and exhale through the nose, bringing in fresh breath, fresh life. And then with your next breath, bring your arms up over your head and stretch, fingers to toes, bones to skin. Deep inhale, deep exhale. When you're ready, keeping your eyes closed, your breath soft, very gently, very slowly, begin to find your way back into a seated position. When you're ready, bringing your hands to prayer. I am honored, I am grateful to get to be part of your practice today. From the deepest part of my heart to the deepest part of yours. Namaste, and may the blessings be.